I have to give it another try. I have to find a way in that room. Please, just get Trina out of here.
Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching General Hospital. What happened on the soaps General Hospital? Today is Friday. Yay! August the 12th, 2022. And y'all, let's get right into it. I'm sorry. Some of y'all might give this a lower score, but I'm going to give it a 10 today because this is exactly what I've been wanting from the characters that they played on today. Like, give them storylines and let's watch them work these out. It was great. All right. So we see Cody and Dante. Really, they were just fillers. They were just fillers on the soap today. But Dante is taking Cody to the jail, and he says, tell me about the whole thing. So Cody starts telling Dante how he was raised by the Bells, and they told him a story about Dominique, the beautiful woman on the hill. But she was married to a man that was a mean man. And that that's what happened to Dominique. She was just married to a jerk, and he was mean to horses. He was just mean. And so when his mother died, they called him. So he went to her side, and she told him the truth that Dominique had actually been his mother. And so he blamed Scott because Scott received all of the millions that Dominique had, and Serena, she blew it on saving the whales and everything. Or whatever. And he was like, he doesn't believe that Scott didn't know that he existed. So then we see Scott, and he talks, and he pretty much says the exact same story, but he tells them, if Dominique had a son, she would have told me. And Liesl says, well, maybe she didn't tell you because it was safer. Like, she was trying to protect Cody, and Britt was like, well, maybe his story isn't even true at all. But Scott said, I have to think, what would Dominique do? So knowing that, he tells Liesl, I'll talk to you later. And he goes down to the court, to the jail, and he gets Cody, but he drops the charges. So when Scott drops the charges, he tells Cody, I know you won't believe this or say thank you, but he said, I honestly, Dominique and I spent a long time, and when she was dying and everything, she never mentioned you. And Cody, and he was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to say thank you. And Scott just leaves. And Cody said, can you believe that guy? And Dante said, honestly, I do. Because Scott has no reason to lie. And Dominique was the lover. He loved Dominique. He had no reason to lie. She didn't mention you, sir. And I know that hurts, but it is what it is. And so then we see Liesl and Britt talk, and she says, aren't you not worried about that? And she says, no, I like the fact that Scott was in love with someone that deeply. It lets me know how much he cares. And Britt says, she thinks about herself and how Jason was the love of her life, and she doesn't think she'll find that again. And Liesl said, just keep out hope. Now, y'all, I have got them out of the way because here comes the meat and potatoes of this episode, and I was loving it. Jordan and Rory. I've been hard on you, Jordan, because I've been hard on you saying you got to bring me something to the table. And today you did so much better. Like, her acting today, loved it. Anyway, so we see Jordan and Rory are there, and she tells him, you never answered me. Can you do this job with your close connection to the Trina and her mom and just the whole family? And he says, yes, but can it be both? Can't I still be a cop and do right by the badge while still showing compassion and everything? But he just goes ahead and tells her, if anything out of the ordinary happens, I would definitely let you know. And she's like, cool. And so then we see Portia and Curtis, and he was like, how do you know that the jury is about to come back? How does Diane know that? And he said, and Portia is like, she said, because Diane said, the jury said, we're not going to take a lunch and don't even get us with dinner. And he said, oh my God, this jury, they're about to reach a verdict. And they were like, we have run out of time. We have to wake him up. And she tells Curtis, we don't have time for you to try to distract Rory. I got to get in that room. I don't have time to wait on you. And he says, baby, you're going to need backup for this. You're going to need somebody to distract Rory, because if this goes left and his, what happens to him afterwards is not good, who's got, like, you're going to need somebody so that he can be taken care of and you can be taken care of. Or, you know, we could all end up and she tells him no, because we could all end up in jail if this goes bad.
Which means we should stick to the original plan. Now, while I distract Officer Cabrera, you slip into Oz's room and give him that injection.
And if it fails, all three of us end up in Pentonville?
At least we'll be together. What do you say?
Which she's meaning Portia, Curtis, and Trina. And he said, well, we'll just be in prison together. I said, He was so serious, but I said, sir. But anyways, she tells him, I don't have time to wait on you. I got to get this done. And so they're leaving out, but TJ sees Trina and he sits down and he talks to her, and they're just talking about Oz, and they're talking about her case and how she's stressed and she's worried. And I'm not going to lie to you. This case, like watching this episode today, gave me anxiety because I am so nervous for Trina. Girl, they're gonna say cut at the end of this and she gonna go home. This is not real people, but I don't care. I am stressed. Like, baby, you got me stressed. But teacher just tells her, you know, we just got to have faith in everything. And she says, I know, but the verdict is going to come back soon. And she's stressed out and everything. And she asks him, and she says, he's in a medically induced coma. Can't y'all bring him out faster? He said, there is a way. And he said, I was going to do it. But you know, but it would risk him. He would die. He could possibly die and everything. And she was like, okay, then no, we can't do that and everything. And then that's when Curtis, and Portia were going to wake Oz up, and they run into them. And so TJ tells them, I'm going to leave you guys alone so y'all can have, you know, some family quality time. And so Portia and, Trina and Curtis are talking, and she's just like, Mom, I'm so nervous. And Portia was like, everything's going to be fine, baby. I have to go check on my patient or whatever, but everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. We're going to get through this. And so then that's when Curtis is talking to Trina, and he's trying to reassure her as well, because he knows what Portia is about to do. So he's trying to reassure her as well that, you know, everything's going to be fine. The jury's going to come back with the innocent verdict and everything. And she's just like, I don't know. So then we see Jordan and TJ talks, and he tells Jordan, his mom, that I was so desperate to help Trina that I became blinded, and I wanted to bring Oz out of his coma before he was actually ready to come out, because to try to get those answers. He said, but Dr. Robinson told me, you know, no, don't do that. You can't risk your career. We took an oath to do no harm and everything. And he was like, but I thought about it. And so Jordan was just like, well, I'm glad, you know, Dr. Robinson was there to talk to you. And she's just like, we have to trust that the jury is going to see Trina as innocent and everything. And TJ was like, I wish I had blind faith like you, that, you know, that you have in the system. So then we see Portia goes and she tries to get in, but Rory says, you're not on the list, Miss Robertson. And she says, but I'm a doctor and I just want to check on him. I just want to see that he's okay. And Rory says, you know, at first I thought he was going to let her, but he says, I can't let you through. You're not on the list. And then she says, Rory, can't you just let me? I just want to make you know, I know I'm not his doctor or whatever, but I am a doctor, and I just want to look at him and see him, because this man holds the answers to Trina, and I just want to look. So Rory put his eyes down, and she walked past him and went to the door, and she said, can't you just let me? And he said, let you what? And she says, he's like, are you sure, Miss Robinson, that I can't help you with anything? And she said, yeah, I'm sure, because Rory was not letting her through. He was not letting her through. And so then Rory contacts Jordan, and he tells Jordan, last time when I arrested Cam and Spencer, you told me I overreacted or whatever. So she said, I just wanted to know that I did the right thing. And she was like, what's going on? And he was like, Miss Robinson was here to see Oz, and she's not on the list and everything. And he said, she was like, did she say what she wanted? And he said, no, she just wanted to go in and check on him and everything. She was like, you did the right thing. Thanks for calling. And he's like, sure. So then Jordan and TJ talk again, and he was like, I thought you were, going, and she was like, I'm about to go now and everything, and they just hope everything works out. And then that's when we see Portia come, and she tells Curtis, my patient is fine, because they're speaking in code because Trina is there. So she was like, my patient is still unchanged and everything. And he was like, okay, because he knew she wasn't able to do it. She was like, Trina, you should be happy you got Rory there. Like, he is not letting anybody in their room. And so she was like, yeah. And Trina all smiling like, yeah, I got it good. He's good. Like, no, baby, your mama needed to get in that room. But it was cute, right? So then, Portia just says, and Jordan comes up and she's listening in, and Portia says, my phone just is going off. No, before that, she says, she hugs Curtis and says, can you take Trina home, because I have patients to work on. And she hugs Curtis and she tells him, I need you to take Trina home, because I have to try to get in that room again. I have to save Trina. And he doesn't want to, but he knows that he can't talk Portia out of it at this time, and it's their best option. Because she's like, I got to find a way in that room. So she tells, then she says, oh, my phone is just going off. And Trina said, I didn't hear your phone.
Getting all these texts. I didn't hear your phone make a noise. Well, honey, I keep it on silent when I'm at the hospital. But my patient still needs me. And I'm going to catch up with the two of you a little bit later, okay? Honey, I love you so much. What? Was that weird to you?
And she said, I keep it on silent, baby. And Jordan is listening to all of this. They can't see her, but she's around the corner listening. And she says, go home with Curtis, baby, and I'll talk to you later. And she was like, Mom, but Portia is like, just go home with Curtis, and I'll be there. And so Portia leaves. She says, I got to check on my patients. And she leaves. And then Trina was like, that wasn't weird to you, Curtis? And he said, your mom's just stressing. She said, no, but that was weird. And he was like, your mom's just stressed out about, all her patients, but she'll be there. And she said, what if I don't make it? Like, what if I have to go and I have to go to prison before I could tell my mom goodbye? And he says, Trina, your mom will be there tonight to, tell you goodbye. Not goodbye, but to talk to you. Everything is going to work out. Trust that everything will work out. So then we see Jordan is leaving out of the hospital, right? So once she's leaving out of the hospital, she thinks about everything that TJ told her and everything that Rory said about,
But I just wish I felt as confident as you that justice will be done.
I know I'm just a rookie, but does it have to be either or? Can't a police officer be true to the badge and still have compassion?
He wanted to help Trina. There is a way to bring Oz out of the coma. It's risky, but there is a way. When Rory said, what if can't we show compassion as well as help, belong to the badge, like honor the badge and everything. And so she's thinking about all that. And the next thing you know, Jordan pulled that stop button on that elevator and alarms are going off. And then then Trina.
The alarm was triggered on the elevator. Someone must be trapped inside. I'm coming with you.
And Curtis look up and he's like, because they see something going on. And then a man runs by Rory and he's like, somebody's stuck in the elevator. And Rory was like, I'm coming with you. And then that leaves an opportunity for Portia to go into the hospital room, right? So that leaves an opportunity. She goes in, she closes the blinds, and she's nervous. She said, but you got the answers that my baby needs about who sold that phone to Esme, and I got to wake you up. And she's nervous and her hands are shaking because, it's stressful.
You can save my daughter. You're the only one who can.
And then, y'all, that's how it went off. She's about to inject Oz with that with the medication to wake him up. And that was General Hospital today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. It's the weekend. Be safe, be blessed, and I will talk to you on Monday for another episode of All Soaps. General Hospital. Bye.